Greetings, everyone and everybody. You know, we all knew this day was coming, but it's still just, it hits hard. I'm sure everyone's already made their videos or planning on making their videos, and who the hell needs to hear from some other random ass person who played Destiny? But I'm gonna do it anyways, because, as much as I use this platform to make videos that maybe someone will watch at some point, it's also just kind of a archive for me. Anyway, let's talk about Destiny. I remember starting playing back in the beta for the game. It was like, what is this game my brother's playing? Looks kind of cool. Then I was told that it was this game called Destiny being made by Bungie. This gaming company that I had enjoyed the previous works of, because I was and still am a pretty big Halo head. Yeah. So I played the beta. Hell, I stayed up all night that night and got through like everything you could for story wise. And at one point, I think I had, if I'm remembering correctly, I had joined up with this group that was going through it. And I think it may have been just us three random people that didn't even have any connection to each other. And we went through the strikes a couple times, and then we decided to hop over to Crucible. I remember playing Crucible till the morning came around, and just playing Crucible on the beta, even though we're getting level 20 rewards and the beta only went up to level 8. And then Destiny 1 came out. I don't remember much of when I first started playing Destiny 1, because that was when I was still playing on my brother's console, which was a PS3. I know, heresy to those Halo heads out there. But I think it was around Taken King. Like maybe mid Taken King, or roughly around there, when I got it on Xbox. And I remember at one point meeting up with these two people, didn't know each other. We were just like, I think we must have been running strikes or something. And they became my first fire team. Package Karma and Sergeant S360, I believe. I don't remember the number really, but it was Karma and Sarge, and then Sarge invited us into his clan, which was really only him at the time. One of his buddies didn't really play, and we did some raids together as well as doing strikes and whatnot. I think we may have jumped into Crucible a couple times. Just kind of reminiscing. And then eventually we kind of grew apart. I don't know if they kept playing, but I sure did. Because for me, Destiny had become this comfort game for me. Where if I had no one to play with, or I didn't know what to play, it was there. And yeah, it was just there. It was somewhere I could go. Admittedly, I didn't really have many friends growing up, so Destiny kind of became this place where I could do things with other people. And it was always fun just kind of randomly getting these like invites to raids when I didn't even really ever use my microphone back then. And just the community, they didn't really care that you weren't speaking. They just wanted you to. They just were looking for people to do the activity with. Yeah, I played Destiny for years. Thousands of hours into Destiny 1. Which, looking back at how playing that felt, like how the mechanics and everything felt compared to Destiny 2, it's fucking wild. And then, let's go to Destiny 2 then. Destiny 2. And I didn't really ever get to pursue a lot of the endgame content. Because, admittedly, and I'm sure some of the community's gonna be a little upset about me saying this, but the community got a little more, stingy with who they invited to, like, raids and dungeons. Which, whatever. There were still strikes to do and all this other shit, like Crucible and everyone's least favorite Gambit. But I mean, I enjoyed Gambit. I don't know. Anyways, off track. But damn. What was it, like 9 years? Destiny 2? 9 years. It's hard for any game to sustain a player base for that long. Somehow, with our wacky space magic, build crafting, match made, and other high level content, somehow we kept a player base in this game for so long. And let's be honest, it was getting rough there at the end. It was being mismanaged. Obviously, people up at the top of Bungie were making some questionable decisions. And because they wanted to impress their shareholders, maybe pocket a bonus or just rush things out, the game started to suffer. And admittedly, I haven't played in like a year to a year and a half because of where things were going. Now, I also know there are people out there that are blaming the death of Destiny 2 on Marathon. Now, while it may be somewhat true that some resources were pulled from Bungie to work on Marathon, not all, not a majority. That's not how gaming studios work. Gaming studios typically have multiple teams so that they can have a team working on one game and a team working on another. But again, I don't have inside information to Bungie. That's just typically how things work. And I know Marathon isn't a game for everyone. But it just kind of... I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It just kind of is like an excuse to put blame onto this other game that you don't like purely because the same company was working on it and it was newer and it was getting updates more frequently. But again, you have to remember, Destiny operated on a more weekly basis of updates. It had also been around for 9 years on an engine that's old as fuck. That engine could only handle so much at once. I understand why they sunset content, because if they kept all the I hate that they, let me put it this way, I hate that they sunset content, but I can also see why, because the engine was started struggling. And the only reason I say that I can kind of see why is because I play RuneScape. I play old school RuneScape. That game is... I'm surprised that they're constantly able to still add content to that game. Because that game engine is really old. They got spaghetti code. And you add one thing, like 5 other things break. And then they have to fix those. And then like something else breaks. Anyways. I just wanted to... Because I've seen so many people blaming this on Marathon. Bungie has been capable of developing a game while still maintaining a current game. They did it with Halo Reach while working on Destiny. They did it with Destiny while working on Destiny 2. And I'm sure there was some more overlap with the other Halos, but those are like the main points I'm trying to make. Anyways, enough about the whole people blaming on Marathon bit. At the end of the day, it's gonna suck. For many of us, this has been our home for so long. Like, even though I haven't played in a year or 2, year and a half now, I still consider it a home. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be hard. Yeah, the news was hard for a lot of us. Well, let's just get out there and show them they were wrong on June 9th. Show up for one final ride for Lance, for the Guardians we lost along the way, and just for the community. Eyes up, Guardians. Per Audacia ad Astra.